Well, hi diddly ho there, friends. Welcome back. So last week I showed you guys my wax storage system, which was mostly Scentsy wax because that's the bulk of what I buy. And this week I'm not trying so much to inspire you with how I store my candles because, quite frankly, I don't think that I have the best system for it, but I am going to show you guys how I store the bulk of my candles. We're going to be moving around several different areas of my house here to do this because right now my candle collection is still of a size that makes it difficult to put it all in one particular spot. So I'm still whittling down my candle collection, and as a result, my candle storage is not what I would like it to be. I will show you guys the closet that I intend to put everything that I have on hand into in the future, but I am still not at a place right now where I can just have everything in one spot, at least not the way that I currently have it organized. So this is not meant to be like a collection video. Like, I'm not going to be going through all of the candles that I have left in my collection, but you are going to see the collection now compared to what it was when I did my candle collection videos. I think it was late last spring that I did that. So I made a pretty good dent in the overall collection, especially with all of the Bath and Body Works that have been going into my candle crocks. But you guys, you'll see. You'll see. There are some things that I've tried that I think work really well, and I'm also going to give you some examples of things that you might be tempted to buy for storage that I'm going to tell you aren't maybe like the best possible option. So bear with me. There's probably going to be a lot of like transitions in this video because I'll turn the camera off so that I don't make you dizzy as I'm running around the upstairs of the house. But anyway, you can tell that I'm a little bit, I'm not as excited about this video because I really don't have this figured out yet, but I do think it will still be helpful for you because it may stop you from buying something that you thought would be great for storing your candles in, when in reality, it's not really the best option. So anyway, let's hop to it and let's see how I currently store my candles. And then hopefully by next year, around this time, I really hope, I'm so hopeful for this, I'm really hopeful that my collection will be cut in half by that point. So I'm not making any promises, but I'm hopeful. All right, let's get to it, guys. All right, friends, we are actually starting in my filming room here so that I can show you something that I would actually not necessarily suggest for candle storage because it's just not, it's not the most efficient. So obviously this is an Ikea, I think they call it a Calyx system now. It used to be Expedit. I think this is a great storage system for a lot of different things. I think it would actually be great for wax melts. It's kind of difficult to put candles in here because, well, okay, so here's the thing. If you were to just store the candles without having baskets in here, I think that would be a pretty good option. You do want to be careful about the weight that you are putting onto any shelf. I have seen some candle disasters that are pretty epic. I can't remember if it was in Norma's group. Norma is Candle Dancer. I can't remember if it was in her group, but someone had put all of their candles into an empty closet and all of the shelves collapsed. Yeah, if you can imagine that amount of candles all crashing down. It must have been like 150 or something candles, and they all just kapow. So be careful about the amount of weight that you put onto any shelves, but especially these, because we all know Ikea is not the greatest quality. Like this is all press board and stuff, so just be careful. All right, so I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna open these up and you'll see here why this is very heavy. In here, I've got a few of my mason jar sizes that I have left over from Bath & Body Works. I obviously also have some Yankee candles in here. This might make some of you drool, but I've got a bunch of pumpkin wreath in here, which I didn't burn at all this last fall. And I'm kind of kicking myself for, but this is heavy. This is not easy to get in and out, and oftentimes, because I don't want to deal with it, I don't find myself reaching for these candles very much. I'll show you up here. I've got a few homeworks in here. There's a couple of colonial candles. Down here, I've got 4 homeworks in here. The max that I would put in here for any type of efficiency would probably be 4, and I'll show you why here in a second, because I think these are some more Yankees. Ooh! I was looking for this. Hello, friend. You're gonna come downstairs with me. Glad I opened that. But yeah. So here, for example, I've got some homeworks and they're stacked on top of each other. So I have to lift this out to see what's underneath. And luckily, I tend to put like with like, but you can see you can fit 3 in here, 3 high of the homeworks, and it still closes. But 1, it's going to potentially break this basket on the bottom when you pull it out, and it just gets really heavy and unwieldy. So really 4 is the max that I would put in here. Here's another one where I just have 4. I've already looked in that one. And this one, I think, is actually empty. Woohoo, look at that. Anyway, do I recommend the Calyx system? If you don't have very many candles and you're not looking to stack multiple high, this would be great. You can actually get doors to put on these so that you can close the clutter off. I have the baskets here because I really like a very clean look, and says the lady who has a box of things that she's going to donate off to the side. But normally I just like a very clean, streamlined look, and I find that these seagrass containers here give me that look, but it makes it very difficult to get inside. So this setup, the way that it is, don't recommend. Okay, we are now in my hall closet. That's my filming room back there. That's my daughter's clean laundry that she still has not put away. This is where you guys saw the bulk of my Scentsy storage, and then I gave you a sneak peek of this. So there are some candles in here. I still have some of these TSV candles from Homeworks in the boxes because I haven't wanted to deal with the recycling quite yet. These are also fall scents, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave them in the boxes for now. I won't really be burning these candles until the coming fall season anyway, so that's fine. These shelves are actually very strong in here. This is very solid wood, and these brackets are drilled into the wall, so this can hold quite a bit of weight. However, I still am not going to push it and completely fill this whole thing up with candles because I don't trust it. I just, after seeing that picture, it made me think, yeah, don't do that. I've got a few down here. This box is actually a Homeworks gift for one of my girlfriends, but I haven't seen her in quite some time. So this one's for you, Lisa. At some point, we'll see each other this year, and you'll get your birthday gift, which is so late. I don't know why I just didn't send it directly to her house. I don't think about these things. But yeah, so you can see here, I've got some of my homeworks in here. This random, what is this, Milk House? Yeah, Milk House. This is their Christmas cookie dough. Delicious. Just very, very light. So I'm just gonna end up putting that in a candle crock. It'll be fine. It'll smell great in there. But you can see this is pretty good, but I don't really like putting candles like several high, because if you want to see what's behind, you have to start taking the candles out and moving things around and, you know, looking for the labels and whatnot. And this is not the most efficient. So, I mean, if you have an empty closet, great. Just be careful about the amount of weight that you are putting on anything. Trust me, it can turn into a disaster. Alrighty, we are now in my guest bedroom, which, fun fact, used to be my old filming room. Yeah, the light in here was a little aggressive, so I moved to the back bedroom. But here's another example of something that is okay, and this will actually be fine once I get to a more manageable size. But for the time being, you know, I don't know. I think this is fine, but again, I have to like move things, which I think with any storage, you're probably going to have to occasionally move something to the side to see what's behind it. But I don't know. Like I said, this isn't, I'm not claiming to have the best storage system here. I'm just showing you what I have right now and then kind of daydreaming about what I would like to do. There are several candles in here that actually I set aside to gift that I didn't really personally love. So the oak and pomegranate, the cashmere, what is this? Cashmere birch. I've got some candles here that they're obviously unburned, but they would be a nice gift for someone who would prefer this kind of scent. So I'll just set some candles to the side there. These were actually the candles that were in those big boxes. So this was that TSV that had the autumn pumpkin and the, what was it, scarlet woods. And then I can't remember the last candle that was in there. And this one I'm kind of treasuring. It's my last, maple rum strudel. That was actually a TSV in 2019. What we have down here is what is left of my Bath and Body Works candle collection. So this is a big wow. If you remember that original video, I'll link it down below. These are all of my Bath and Body Works candles. I think I have one or two downstairs that are in the lineup to be burned, but I put a massive dent in this collection and I'm so proud of myself, and it will never again look the way that it did. Doing those collection videos last spring really opened my eyes. So yeah, I am not here for the hoarding tendencies anymore. I'm always going to have a little bit of a collection because I really enjoy home fragrance, but it is not going to be the way that it was before. So I am still utilizing the crates from Bath and Body Works. This is not the best unless you have maybe one particular type or fragrance of candle, and then you can label these. They're obviously paper, so you can use a Sharpie and write, you know, for example, like maybe this is all raspberry mimosa in here, so just raspberry mimosa, so that way you know if you have to like get to one of these lower crates, how far down you have to go to get to what you actually want. So I think taking the time to label these would make it a little bit easier to go through them. But I have to lift these out and move them to the side and, you know, kind of maneuver. And that's not really ideal, but definitely keep these when you get them from Bath and Body Works because they are handy to store the candles. They definitely protect them. And if you're going to be moving, I can tell you that I really relied heavily on these when we moved from our old house into this house. I've been happy to recycle a bunch of these as I've finished up the different crates, but yeah, this is not terribly efficient, but if you're on a little bit of a budget, just labeling these would be kind of a decent way to organize. And then I'm going to show you what I think I actually like the best here in a second. So let me get that ready to show you. All right. This is by far my favorite way that I have organized the candles. This is actually just a huge bin from Ikea, and I just store it underneath this bed. There's quite a nice height clearance here, so it's very easy for me to pull this in and out. So I obviously have a bunch of my Homeworks faves in here. I have a thing for hot cider donut, clearly, and harvest leaves, and also autumn pumpkin, which, oh, so good, I love it. But I really love pulling this bin out because I don't have to dig. If I know that I just want to come in here for a harvest leaves, bink, I just literally grab it and go, and I have a hole to fill. But this works incredibly well. So what I'm thinking is that, once again, when I get this down to a more manageable collection, I'll grab a few more of these and keep them under the bed here. This, I've talked before about how we keep our house at a constant, like between 66 and 67 degrees. My candles don't ever sweat. They don't ever get crazy hot and melt. So for me, it's fine that they're on their side like this. Sometimes I will come in and just do like a little rotation periodically. I don't think it matters with these because I don't think the scent oils are like collecting on one side of the jar or anything. But I do think every once in a while it's good to go through, just take a look at everything and make sure that it's still in good shape. One thing I will say, if you do decide to get this particular bin, and I'll try to see if I can, well, here, let's see if the name of it is still on this thing. Ah, yes, the Samla. Thank goodness I didn't rip that off. The Ikea has a lot of bins, so, but I would recommend not putting the lid on top because, especially if you have carpet, this slides around a lot easier when you just put the flat, lid on the bottom. So I'm not gonna lie, it's a little heavy and it's hard to do with just one hand, but I can easily slide this underneath the bed when I have two hands and slide it out. And this really does seem to be the most efficient way for me to store my candles in the future. So while hiding them in a closet is great, this is also great for me personally as well. And I can get several of these boxes or storage containers underneath this bed. This is a king size bed, by the way. So I think this is what I'm going to choose going forward in the future. You could certainly do this with your Bath & Body Works candles as well. Or again, just save these guys. I mean, you can certainly pop those underneath a bed as well or stick them in a closet. But yeah, for me, I think this is the route that I'm going to use in the future and try to avoid stuff like this in a closet where I have to like move things around and see what's behind and, you know, yeah, I don't want to get into that anymore. So I'm going to keep plugging away at whittling down this collection, and you guys will see what's left in there around this time next year. So make sure you're subscribed. Anyway, I hope that this was helpful. Please let me know what your candle storage system looks like. If you have found anything that you think is absolutely fantastic and that you think might work even better for me than this. I am always open to suggestions and feedback, so let me know. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch today, and I hope you got something out of this. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next one.